Hey guys, just checking in with the naked egg experiment. And yes, I'm using egg in Eggs-periment and excellent or eggs sighting. I'm just cool like that, you know? Anyway, it's been almost 24 hours since these little eggs were prepared. As I told you, it will more than likely take 2 to 4 days, possibly 6, to get our cell membranes exposed, which is what we're trying to do right now. We've placed regular eggs from the grocery store, not cooked, not boiled, nothing. They're just raw eggs from the grocery store. We placed them in individual glass containers that have lids. Before we sealed them, we poured some distilled white vinegar on top of them, enough to cover each egg, and then we put the top on the containers. We placed them in the refrigerator, and yeah, we've just been waiting. So it's been almost 24 hours. It'll be 24 hours at 4:30, and it is 4:10 right now. So I just wanted to show you what they look like at this point. If we still have some bubble action, we can leave the vinegar that's currently in there on them for tonight and go another 24 hours. If the bubbles have died down, then we need to go ahead and trade out this vinegar for new vinegar so that it sort of increases the chemical process that's happening in there. If we don't have to change it out today, then we'll check again tomorrow. If by tomorrow at 4:30, it'll actually probably be later when I get home from school from seeing you guys. So when I get home from school tomorrow, if I still have a lot of eggshell left, then I'll just trade out the vinegar by gently pouring off the vinegar that's in there, making sure that the egg is handled carefully because it's still a raw egg, and then we'll go another 24 hours and see what happens after that. All right, so let me pause this and point the camera in the direction of not all 12, but a couple of the eggs that we have in our dozen. All right. All right, so here we are. I have 2 of the eggs out of the refrigerator. Let's see what we got going on. All right, so if you look, you still see quite a bit of bubble action. Let me see if I can kind of move this. Yeah, look at the egg down there. I know there's a lot on top. You see sort of some foam, but if you look at the egg, it's sort of bubbling still. So that's good. That's a good sign. It's not naked yet, but I can tell that it's really softening up that eggshell. So it's doing what it's supposed to, which is good. I think by tomorrow we will probably be able to see some of the yellow membrane coming through. And then, you know, at that point we're gonna pour off this, maybe that's a little dot right there possibly. We're gonna pour off this vinegar and put some new vinegar on there so that it'll be fresh and more active than what's left by tomorrow. So let's open these up. You see when I open it up, there's a lot of foam on top. That's because of the chemical reaction that's occurring. All right, so it's kind of hard to see the actual egg through the foam, but I don't want to put my hand in there either just because I don't want to stop anything that's going on or contaminate it. So yeah, see all the bubbles? It's looking good so far. So this is what we want. So I'm happy with this result. And we will place these back in the refrigerator. Struggling with these tops. You gotta throw it on there, twist it. So, yes, these are the results that we want. Let's just open this one just to be sure. Yeah, lots of bubbles inside there. Eggs nice and bubbly. Yep, doing good. And again, this is just a raw egg that I gently placed into a tiny mason jar. I bought these at Kroger, I think. And they're the smaller size ones. And there was 12 of them and 12 eggs, so that worked out good. Anyway, and then I just poured white distilled vinegar on top of the eggs, just enough vinegar to cover the egg. And yeah, that's it. I covered them with the lids and placed them in the refrigerator for 24 hours. And this is where we are now. So if I were able to touch the egg right now, I don't want to again because I don't want to contaminate it and cause any problems. But if I could, I would probably feel that the shell was softening. And then, like I said, by tomorrow, I'm hoping you're still probably going to see some white shell on there, but I'm hoping that you'll also see some of the yellow cell membrane coming through, especially since the bubbles will probably have died down a good bit by then with this batch of vinegar. And then we'll be placing the fresh, look at it roll, the fresh vinegar on top of it to start the process all over again for another 24 to 48 hours. And if we have to go with a third batch of vinegar, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So that's it. Just waiting and letting the vinegar do its thing. Thanks, guys.